Hello YouTubers, this is Lester here and I'm going to go over my marine reef aquarium with you. I've had this aquarium now for about 3 months. This has been an excellent process. This has been fun. I've done lots of discoveries along the way. And I just want to point out what about my tank can be done in yours, how successful I've been with the current equipment that I'm running. So let's just do a little bit of a tank tour here. So as I said, this is a 46-gallon bowfront aquarium. With this aquarium, I'm not running a sump. I'm using a Fluval 306, which is a great piece of equipment. The 306 is an awesome filtration system that I would recommend to anybody. It's quiet, it's efficient. I'm doing about a bi-weekly cleaning on it, and it pulls a lot of gunk out of my system. I'm also doing about a 15-gallon water change every 2 weeks on this equipment, and it's been letting my system run healthy and happy. What I have in this tank is 45 pounds of live rock. I got 3 current fish right now. My yellow tang. I have my 2 clownfish. Both of these clownfish are true percula. So they have been really neat fish to have. I have down here a green tip anemone, green tip bubble anemone. I have a hammer coral. The hammer coral's doing really well. I have some candy cane coral. I have a few hard corals around the tank. I have some green star polyps, a Kenya tree. I have a leather coral. I have some bubble tip corals. My bubble tip corals are doing really great. I got 1 bubble tip there, and my second bubble tip is right there. They're really healthy and happy looking. This has been a fun tank. I got some different types of critters around for my cleanup crew. You'll see one right here. This is one of my conchas. Definitely a good little cleaner. I got 2 of them in my tank, plus I have live turbo snails, and a bunch of hermit crabs running around. As you'll see throughout the tank, I got a bunch of different mushrooms. A lot of these mushrooms came with the tank. Some of them, the Recordias and everything like that, I bought on my own bit by bit. So, you know, it definitely is one of those things that I really enjoy. Going to my local fish store, buying some frags, bringing them home, finding out where I want to put them in the tank, and just watching them grow. Really, the polyps are really darn neat. I can see a good little bunch of polyps over here. This little set here, if we can just get in there, that's a good little polyp set over here. It's done really well. Let's see if I can get it a little bit of a better close-up for you. There we go. My fish think I'm going to feed them right now. I'm not though. Maybe I'll give them a little something just to top them up, so show everybody how it's done. I have a rear hang-on skimmer. This is an Aquasea Remora. A great little device, although I did have some problems originally. So if you are going to buy one of those, I do suggest that you do a little bit of research prior to doing it and make sure that you're getting the correct pump. When I originally bought it here, it came with the Marineland 1200, which I was extremely disappointed about. They're made in China. It has horrible noise. It rattled around my tank, and honestly my wife told me to get rid of it or get rid of me. She gave me a choice, tank or that thing. So I was running it at night, which I didn't like. So I called the company. They were nice enough to actually ship out immediately their Cobalt MJ 1200. It's made in Italy. It's far superior. You can hardly hear the thing during operation. All I hear is a little bit of the water run. So, you know, I definitely still run it heavily at night. Whenever the wife's not around, I bring it inside as well. It's a fun process. It's definitely taken me lots to learn. I've done things step by step and not gone ahead and overloaded my tank early on. What I like to do is do some research prior to adding anything. I want a peaceful community tank, and it's been real fun. My yellow tang, he's a great fish, a real happy fish. He's always right in the middle, swimming around, especially when it's food time. The clownfish are pretty neat, but they've taken up to hosting in the corner of my tank rather than being real friendly and out and about. When it is feeding time, my 2 clowns, they like to come say hello. So yeah, let me just get to it. I'll give them a little feeding here. can just take a quick look at my fish while I'm doing so. The 46-gallon bowfront is a nice tank. It's not too big, it's not too small. It's got a real nice look to it. And here we go. Small feeding frenzy. You'll see the yellow tang. He's always the one that's right away, the first one in there, getting everything that he possibly can. And here comes my cleaner shrimp. You'll see the cleaner shrimp. He's a real neat guy. He'll jump right out there. He'll get involved. He'll try and get a piece or two for him. The clownfish, they do what they can as quickly as they can, because I tell you, the yellow tang, he's greedy. He'll steal other people's food. He'll make sure that he's got his own. This tank of mine has been a real neat hobby to have. It's been real fun, real relaxing. Thanks to people like Mr. Saltwater, New York Steeler, a few others, I've learned a lot along the way. I've done lots of reading. I've spoke to a few different sources about, all my parameters. I'm doing bi-weekly thorough checks on my parameters now. After a little bit of time, I've pretty much settled in. My calcium levels are great. My magnesium levels are good. My corals have nice, healthy growth to them. My nitrates, they're steadily around 5, maybe 10 at the most when I'm nearing a water change. Without running a sump, my nitrates will be a little bit higher. That's understandable. It's nothing that's going to stress my fish too much. As long as I continue to stay on my maintenance schedule, everything will be okay. The two pumps that I have great circulation. They keep the whole water flowing. You'll see at the top of the tank there, look at the water movement. The water movement in my tank is great. I hardly get anything settling besides some crevices between the rocks that the animals and critters like to get. Just going to quickly show you here a little bit more for my favorite guys. My bubble tip coral, they're really neat. They're really opened up. They've got about twice as big since they came into my tank. My most recent one is that hammer coral. He's growing, he's looking good. My Kenya tree, my wife just picked this one out. She really liked how it looked. These do spread throughout your tank, so if you're going to add a Kenya tree in, I tell you to use some caution. They definitely can take over your tank. I'm going to go ahead and remove bits that I don't want around after they've done their time. My green star polyps are really fun. They're really good looking. The grass looks like basically grass flowing. Unfortunately, one of them's not opened up too much right now because I just had to stick my hand in my tank and grab something that I didn't want to move around. One of my corals fell, so I accidentally bumped him. The leather coral over here is a great healthy piece. It opens right up. It's really lively. It's really fun to look at. Yeah, so anyway, that about sums it up, guys. I'll be giving you a few more updates as we go along, but this is my 46-gallon marine reef tank aquarium. I'm a first-time reefer, and it's been a great experience so far. I've been a fish enthusiast all my life, had freshwater tanks for as long as I can remember. This is my first official dip into salt water, and it is doable. Do some research, get yourself prepared, have some money set aside, and take your time. Enjoy the hobby, enjoy the process. So thank you very much for your time. Have a good night, and we'll see you again.